setting up your meeting. And hello, look at this. We get to be on Facebook Live.
We get to be here with you. So I'm Szara.
And I'm Helen. And together we are
Committed Parenting. Yes.
And around us.
Yeah, around us, families thrive. Like that's what we're really up to, is families get to thrive. Or be in the conversation of what does it take to thrive. We're not always thriving. We stand that we get to thrive.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's what we're really listening for ongoingly, is that families are thriving. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And families have connection.
Yes.
Kids are heard.
And parents have power and satisfaction. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're up to around here. And so generally, as if you know or follow us, that every month we take on a commitment and we really take a look at, like, what is your commitment? What commitment, what's on offer with a certain commitment, and through your commitment, how can new actions arise? And now, since we know life has been churned up a little, onto a little bumpy cycle, or a little bit like uncertain cycle, we are doing these conversations daily, Monday to Friday at 12:30 Pacific time, to be in a conversation together, to pause and to be in this conversation of, like, what's going on for me right now?
Yeah.
What am I dealing with? And what would I love to create? Like, what is my commitment? What is the commitment I'm taking away from this, so that, like, my day gets to come from there and we really get to, like, create our family experience.
Mm-hmm. So yes, as Szara's saying, really your opportunity to pause and take stock.
Yes.
And walk away with something.
Yes. So here we are to pause. And one thing I personally find, like, since we started doing this last week, this time is perfect for it. We talked about that a bit last week. Like, this time in my day for myself as a parent, oftentimes, in the morning, I'll sometimes look at, like, what am I creating today, or what's my day going to look like, or I just get into rote. But then such the great opportunity with this time of 12:30, middle of the day, is my day has already been a bit underway.
Mm-hmm.
And, likely for myself, things are already showing up in my day that's, grating at me or against my commitment, or, I'm not having the experience of a lot of power or satisfaction, or I don't even notice. I'm just kind of on this rote machine. Really that's more often than not, is like this default rote machine.
I'm like, I get stuck on the roteness of it.
Yeah. And so the value that this has provided for me just this last week alone, to just really pause at 12:30. And to really be honest and authentic with what is here for myself, what's going on in my family, and just even take stock of, actually, how is everyone kind of even doing in my family, and think about that, to really take a look, to making a really an extraordinary difference.
It really is great, because I'm so with you. It really, I think what happens with me is I get caught up in my day. There's stuff I need to achieve that said I would get done, and to actually pause and actually be present to our family. That makes sense. Yeah.
And there's a beauty in, like, pausing with another, like being in a conversation with another. And it's like, really pausing any time of your day and taking stock is a really great, habit or ritual, routine, or tool to put into your toolbox. Like, anytime, that's profound. It's one of my favorite tools as a coach. Like, it's like that pause to put it into our day and to look. But like the amplification of when we pause with another. So it's like, here I get to, pause here with Helen, a dearest friend of mine, and share and laugh and be honest and giggle at ourselves. And there's just such an experience of, I'm really not alone. And I think as a parent, well, I'm sure as a human, but especially inside of parenting, it can sometimes feel like I'm really alone, or that, like, I don't know what I'm doing. There isn't a manual. There's like some mistakes that could actually have an impact that I don't want to make. There's lots of people to, manage inside of what my commitment might be. And, when I get on that rote default cycle, being really getting that I'm not alone, and really getting that, there is this moment set aside to pause with another, makes a really significant difference. It gives me just ease throughout my day, even when I'm not pausing with you, Helen. I notice it gives me an ease in my day.
Yeah, no, I really am with you. I know when I was parenting my kids when they were small, I was always looking for my tribe. There was this really great article that came out about finding your tribe. And I remember everyone around me being out to find their tribe. But it was really tricky. Like, I didn't know how to do that part. I would share, but I'd talk to people, but it's not this experience that you're pointing to. where we're side by side in it and actually taking stock without all the judgment. And that's the part that I want to bring. That we're not doing this with a set of judgments about how it should be or how you should have been or how your day needs to go on being. It's really just your opportunity to stop. Yeah, because that was always my thing that ran me so much. Am I being the right kind of mother to be with this person in a tribe? Are they the right kind of mother? It's not just all the, something good about it's all the part of that. My
I know
assessment too, right?
Yeah, it is. Like, I find it really entertaining that
Uh-oh, you got paused for a second. Szara? We've lost Szara for a moment. She's all hung up. Ha 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 ha. So here we go. So are you back?
I'm back. Sorry, I think I froze for a little while.
You did.
I froze in a great position. I love that. But like, I'm just noticing, like, when you brought up about finding your tribe, and especially when you have younger kids, you tend to be in that, space, and it doesn't have to be. It, like, it happens all throughout their phases. But it's like, I noticed for myself, the first place I would go that would have me not find my tribe is I would find myself really self-conscious as a parent. Like, I have my own little, like, judgments and assessments that are here of, like, what kind of parent am I, and worried that this other parent might, I don't know, it's so interesting. It's like, it takes me right back to being a child myself. Like, it's so interesting. Like, and it wasn't actually that smooth to, like, discover a tribe and be with people, and, like, it was really vulnerable, and it's really exposing, and it was really, like, protected. Like, I don't want to actually let you see who I am as a parent, or make a mistake, or, like, it's interesting. Like, I'm just the weight of it is so heavy.
To make a mistake as a parent, I would sit and think about everything that happened when I was with other people, in the parenting circles. And I'm not saying I don't do it. I don't have the same experience in parent. Oh, that's not true. Apparently, what do people think of their really?
Yeah.
It really runs us though, right? Like, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
It keeps us so separated out from each other, hey?
It really does. It keeps us on our own, and it keeps us isolated, and it keeps us also always trying to be something, like, that we don't even have to be, or, like, it always kept my eye, and keeps my eye looking at, like, the like, any negative, like, the highlight of anything wrong versus the highlight of all the fantastic greatness as well. I really notice. And I think that's why too, like, for committed parenting, one of our big things that we are about around here, it's like, imperfectly perfect. Like, there is no friggin' perfect parent. Like, well, actually there is. We're all perfect parents, but there's no, like, measurement of that perfectness. The fact that you are a parent, or you've stepped into this parenting role, like, wow, hats off. Like, thank you, and you're perfect match, and whatever you're dealing with, discovering, learning, growing from, it is so perfect. And, like, I always like the expression that comes up is the making the right wrong difference. As a parent, like, you're gonna mess up along the way. I'm gonna mess up along the way, and what I discovered is the lessons involved in that is exactly what my kids need.
Yeah.
My 16-year-old, or soon to be 16-year-old, he's coming home today. He's like, we have a blended family, so he does some time at his dad's and some time with me. And with the pandemic, we have a special pandemic schedule. And I'm so present to that with him. Like, I can sit there and close my eyes and judge and assess myself as a parent, and crap, I yelled these few times over there. He really didn't like me at a mom for a few months there last year. There was, like, all of this concern and distance. And the relationship we get to have right now, I'm so present that all of that was so important. All of that, him being able to be exactly where he was, him being able to not like me, him having opinions, him having, like, ideals, him looking to discover what his values are. Like, I'm just actually really right now present to the difference that actually is made in his development as a young man. And I would go and judge and assess the heck out of myself of how crappy I am. And I still catch myself, like, it's funny. Like, I was just on the phone with him, and I woke him up, and, like, the first thing is like, oh yeah, I'm that crappy mom, and obviously I'm not as present to your schedule and your life, and it's like it just is right there to run me, and it's like, stop
Mm-hmm.
that. No, stop that. I'm Ren's mom. Like, I am his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm the perfect person for it, and I have been the perfect person for it, and I've done a perfect job. And yeah, I'm just really present to that right now.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I just, in that, what I hear is the freedom to keep creating who you are as his mom. You know,
Mm,
not like it's all done and finished either, from what you're saying.
yeah. Like, it's just like we get to be in this, really, like, these are relationships we're building,
Yeah.
and like, it's ongoingly. It's really ongoingly. I get to be in communication. We get to discover and inquire and be curious about each other. We
Mm-hmm.
get to find out what works and doesn't work and bring communication to it.
Yeah.
And, he gets to rise up as a young man, and I get to rise up as a grounded mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just really present to actually how imperfectly perfect, or perfectly imperfect. You could say it really either way.
Yeah.
We really are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm present to today.
Amazing.
Just noticed. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how much over all of these years, like, I'm a mom of 5 boys. My oldest is 21. I've been, I've been through some parenting. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
really have. Like, some people like call me and would be like, "You're a parenting expert. Like, let's hear what you have to say about this and these, aspects and things like that." And yet, the judgments and assessments and
Listen.
negative self-talk, well, it wasn't perfect, and
Mm-hmm.
I also did that, and X, Y, and Z also happened, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's never ending.
Well, I think that's it, Sarah. It's that it is never ending. I think actually what you're pointing to is we live in this viewpoint. I sure do, that I'm going to be the perfect parent when it looks like this or when it's like that.
Hmm.
You know?
Like, I find it's interesting, like, some songs come on, and there was like some song memories or something like that, and it was like, it's this really beautiful song that I find to always tear up during this song, because it brings me back to being a mom throughout the younger years, or all of those, like, it's bittersweet.
Mm,
Parenting, the bittersweet side of parenting.
mm,
It's like, it just brings me right back to, like, these, my 21-year-old when he was, 5, and my 18-year-old when he was like 7, and like these cow pants he used to wear. Like, these memories will just flash in my mind, and I love it. And then right away, it's so interesting, because then right away it's like, was it enough?
mm,
Like,
mm,
it's held right in that same, like, as I cherish this beautiful moment that
mm,
was like, touches me to tears. It's like, it's still collapsed in, and like, with the, but was it enough?
mm. Oh,
And it's like, ah, wow. And then it leaves me with like a less power of experience, or a
mm,
concern, or a
mm,
mourning that I won't have another chance to have it any different.
mm. That's the, but that's what we then, that's what takes away from it, is it?
Yeah. And it tarnishes then those memories. That's what I even hear
It
too.
does.
It's like, I don't
Yeah.
get to just celebrate it freely. And they're beautiful. Like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, I just like the moments, like, we get to have with our kids, moments we get to
Yeah.
have with our families. Like, we have so many cherished, beautiful moments, and I should the crap out of them.
Yeah. I really like what you said when you used the word tarnished, because I really heard it. It clouds
Yeah.
over what's actually there. You know, when something's tarnished, it's not
Yeah.
sparkly like it usually is, right?
Yeah.
It's clouded over by other stuff. And so
Yeah.
it's not like that memory then gets to ever stand on its own. That thought about it, the cow pants or whatever, it
Hmm.
isn't just itself. No, there's something over the top of it.
Yeah. And I'm so present right now to the opportunity of this pandemic right now, actually, and for myself. And again, I'm not as affected as probably a lot of families are, so I do get the privilege of, like, being in an opportunity conversation around it. I just want to acknowledge that. But one thing I really hear, it's like, what an opportunity, because I do love moments, and I do love memories, and I do love, like, oh, the whole collection of it. What an opportunity to actually bring that to the family conversation. The daily family conversation. Like each day we're like creating like what's today? Today's summer vibes on the deck, and we're like having this like deck party today. And people are joining us for a dance party on Zoom, and like it's gonna be so freaking fun. But like, wow, what about bringing in the moments? What about putting out my projector and doing that slideshow?
Mm,
And like going and looking at all of our moments and actually cherishing them and not freaking letting them be tarnished, you
yeah,
know? Like
and
just
really,
like
yeah.
no, I'm gonna like shine them up, like sparkle them up and shine and clear away the tarnish and actually sit there with the boys and eat some popcorn or some snack and really just like laugh and be with all these moments that we've collected to really like honor and savor them.
Mm,
Like to do the job of really giving honor.
mm, really
Yeah.
great.
And like no way is
Really great.
that judgment and should gonna tarnish any of that. Cause that's like what I get to walk away with from my as a parent. These are like this is the gift I get to walk away with. And it's like, no, I want them sparkly and shiny.
Mm, mm,
Yeah. So present to that. I think tomorrow's gonna be projector day on the deck. Slideshow day.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, but, but such an opportunity, right?
Mhm.
Like that you're actually taking it on. This is what it's going to be. And that you're taking on shining up those moments.
Yeah.
They get to stand alone.
Yes. And I love it because, like, if I don't pause and just get in conversation with you, Helen, I don't even know that that's actually back there. I
Mm,
wouldn't have actually even noticed. Like, I remember that song came on last night, and I noticed those feelings, but I think it wasn't as I didn't see, I guess, how damaging that is, and damaging is a pretty significant word, but I didn't see the impact of that,
mm,
or what
yeah,
the
like what it
cost was
took
of me of not
away.
having,
Exactly.
yeah, of not
Yeah.
having those memories just celebrated because that's such a huge part of what I love and for my family. And
And
it's
you
like this kind of conversation.
yeah, and it's sorry, just so when you say it again, also what it does for our families when we don't let those things just stand as they were. Like then there's also that for our families that somehow those things are tarnished. It's not then that of this free expression of our family's life. No,
Hmm.
we don't have we are I really have that experience that if I don't make the space for our family to stand in that this is free and clear, then how are they going to do that, right? I don't know if
Hmm.
that's landing for you, but I just
Yeah.
yeah, like if I'm not a demand to uncollapse all those bits and just have the memories be what they are versus all the regret and the sadness with it, my family doesn't stand a chance.
They don't. Yeah. Like we really get to be the epicenter of that and
Yeah,
the leader in our family to
yeah.
bring that forward. And like, and that's my freaking favorite thing to do too. So it's like such an expression of like, no, but that's something so important for myself and my family.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I get to like
Awesome.
be in my power and I get to
Yeah,
like own it, create it, and have some fun. So
exactly.
I
Own it.
love it. Yes.
Own it
So
off. I really
yeah.
like that.
Yes. So
Okay, so
collecting and celebrating the moments is my theme for the week.
beautiful.
Yes, that's where I'm going to stand as my commitment, collecting and celebrating the moment. Mm,
Brilliant.
yeah. Yeah. And I invite each of you, like, pause, take a look at those kind of conversations that are right there. And what's your commitment?
Mm.
What do you see? What do you need to say? What do you want to create? What would give you that aliveness, that power, that families thrive?
And it
Yeah.
might and it and I'm just gonna say, no matter what you're dealing with and no matter how it looked, right? The fact, do you know what I mean? We could look
Yeah.
back and have the kind of life where there are many things that occurs that having been really hard and not easy and cost something.
Yeah.
And then all the more reason to search out the sparkle.
Search the sparkle.
Hmm.
Yeah. I love it. So I invite each of you to take a look at like, where can that sparkle be?
Mm.
What would you create?
Mm.
And get out with a friend or partner or someone else and really bring that opportunity forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a commitment to searching out the sparkle, right?
Yeah. Yeah. A commitment to the sparkle.
Yeah,
Sparkle unite. Whoa.
I'm in for that. Yeah, brilliant.
I love it. All right. Well, I'm going to go off to my
Yeah.
deck party. We have our
Oh,
bathing suits
enjoy.
on and we are going to be, yes, enjoying some summer sunshine. even though it is not summer. We are totally artificially creating summer on our deck right now.
I love it. Oh,
So
okay.
until tomorrow, we will
Same
be
time.
here 12:30 p.m. or yes, 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. We are here.
Yeah,
And we'll
yeah.
see you then. And if you have any questions or would like to share something specific, if you're a request for a specific conversation, please ask away. Put in the comments. If there's any kind of conversation you want or something you're dealing with that you'd love us to talk about, please, we're here with you.
We really are. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bye,
Till
Sparkle
tomorrow.
Queen. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.